These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report. Omar says interviews they're doing right now in Iraq reveal a mixed public reaction to the deletion of the zeros from the dinar, with many citizens skeptical about whether it will lead to a real effective exchange rate or improve our daily lives. Frank says this is a 20-year wait. That is equivalent to a generation. The new generation in Iraq is fearful of the unknown, but this education is what will allow them to realize I have just been given purchasing power that is worth at least an American dollar. Everything will work itself out with the citizens. Mark Z via PDK question. Mark, do you think today or tonight might be our big day? Mark Z says it might be. I think it's a high possibility. He says, I have not heard anything definitive, but there certainly is a lot coming together at the same time. Claire has an article, quote, first European country to open a direct air route with Iraq, quote, Greek Foreign Minister Georgios announced on Thursday that Greek Airlines intends to operate direct flights between Athens and Baghdad starting next December, expressing his country's readiness to strengthen cooperation with Iraq in the fields of economy, trade, and education. All right, moving on. Guru Fnu Lu says we will not get a LOP and will receive the same exchange rate as everyone else in the world. A redenomination only happens in a country where a vast majority of IQD are held. This country doesn't go bankrupt and we get rich. Strict currency controls will remain in force, keeping the new dinams in the country until this foreign exchange is concluded. Electronic/digital IQD will solve the problem of travelers leaving the country with new dinams, as they will use an internationally adjusted crypto or stable coin as their currency. I hope this makes sense and quells your fears. I assure you this is how it works. This is how it will work, so fear not. Instead of taking bad advice, take this good advice. Figure out how you're going to restructure your finances if you have $1 million or more dinar. A CRUT or trust is a fine way to maintain control, yet to be immune to capital gain taxes. Good luck, and let's all get rich together. And as always, consult your financial and asset protection advisors to determine the best financial structure for your unique circumstance. Militiaman says Iraq has immense proven reserves and is becoming self-sufficient in gas and diesel production, along with making headway with the non-flaring of natural gas for exports. Iraq highly likely to be a major player in the global markets, which begets investments in private sector non-oil revenue, all of which supports a stable and sustainable exchange rate in the future. I would not be surprised to see them talk about having increased over $100 billion reserves. All right, Frank 26 says we've noticed something when the banks all of a sudden stopped saying to us it's a scam, which was about in the middle of last month. They started to say something else, and then I hear Alak and Sadani say the same thing. That cannot be a coincidence. There's a pattern. Very, very soon it has an origin of truth. Frank says somehow, somebody released the information that caused everybody to say it's not a scam anymore. It's not. They use 3 words in sequential constantly. The words are very, very, very soon in the coming period. 3 times they say very in every sentence from every source. That is a pattern that reveals a date to me. And lastly, Mark Z via PDK, there are lots of bond expectations for today. Many historic bond holders are expecting something big to break today. If they get paid, we are very close and currencies will be done soon.